Hey Gilbert, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. In this video, our goal is going to show you how we could drive traffic to your window tint business. I'm going to show you some of your competitors that you're competing with, and also too, some of the homework we've done on your business. So with furthermore, let's jump right in. With Google, there's three different factors that Google takes into consideration to make your website present. So I'm going to teach you some of those three things. That way you can ultimately do those things today and get more clients through your business. That way you can grow. So when it comes to your website, I love how you have that 20% coupon right here. I love your color scheme. I think the design is ultimately very well done. I would add your phone number up here. That way when people visit your website, they see your phone number. Make sure it's clickable also, because I know a lot of people are lazy, and if it's not clickable, they're not going to call you. So you're going to lose that 10% to 50% that don't want to copy that phone number over to their phone and call them. So if it's clickable, it's going to go straight to the dialing of that phone number. So that's huge when it comes to a different line to gain customers. Also, too, I like how you have your book your visit. I don't know if this is helping you, but it's definitely awesome to have. I would have clients call you. That way you can kind of integrate with them and interact with them. That way, if they had any questions, you can answer those. Versus going straight to a booking process and having people cancel on you, versus calling you and solving their problems over the phone. Because to me, it's harder to say no in person versus through a website. So I like this, but I don't know if it's helping you or not. So if it is, keep it up. I love Expel. That's one of our window tint businesses owners that we're working with now. He's one of our clients that have been going on for about 8 months now, and we've sent him a lot of customers. He works with Expel, so I know he's awesome in what he does, and that's what we're wanting to do with you. So, but again, touching base on your website, I like how your email is clickable. This is what I was talking about. If you just go to the very top, add that to it too. That would be good. Same thing, like I said, with your phone number. Excuse me. Make sure this is clickable, because a lot of people are going to be lazy and they're not going to want to copy this and paste it over to their phone. So if you just change this to a clickable link, you'll be rock and rolling on that. So the first thing Google sees, like I mentioned, is the first thing is going to be content. And what content is how many words are on the home page. Google likes seeing a minimum of 1,000 words on the home page to see you as an expert. So I know if you're the expert in window tint, you can write all day long about window tint, ceramic window tint, metallic window tint, a residential window tint. I mean, all the window tint, I guarantee you can write for days. So if you had that 1,000 word, the bare minimum of content on your homepage, Google's going to see you as the authoritative website, authoritative expert when it comes to window tint. So why not show Google that you're the expert and having that content on your first page? So that would be the first thing I would definitely change on your web page here. Again, I'll definitely like the 20% coupon. I think that's pretty huge. Second thing is going to be citation. And what a citation is your name, address, and phone number on directories listings. So we have a bucket of 350 directories where we actually go out and put your name, address, and phone number in these directories. That way it can definitely boost your Google My Business, which I'll talk a little bit about later. Also too, I would add your address at the very top. That way people can find you a little bit easier. And also too, I'd put a little picture of a little map listing. Maybe if you go to Google My Business or Google Maps and actually take a screenshot of where you're located and put it right here. That way people can find it a little bit easier. If they're local or if they're a little bit further away, they can actually see where you're located. So the third thing that Google sees is backlinks. What a backlink is a certain keyword that you want to rank for, like window tint or automotive window film, that you have listed on your page or other different pages. So for instance, let's imagine this was a clickable link. That's a backlink. And what Google sees that is as a popularity vote. So the more backlinks you have directed to your site, the more popular you're going to be. But just be careful, not all backlinks are created equal. And what I mean by that is you can go to a high authoritative website, let's say Pizza Hut for instance, and get a backlink directed to your website. But when Google sees that backlink, they're going to say, okay, is pizza and window tint related? Which is obviously no. So you're not going to get as much juice or as much popularity vote as that backlink can be going to your website if it was another window tint business or an auto glass window tint or any kind of related business that's going to be related to window tint. So if you go out there, just be careful. I know we have our high authoritative websites that we go to and make sure that you get the maximum juice that you can get for your website. So with furthermore, I want to jump right in. I know you're kind of in Dallas, and I believe you were in let's see, you're in Farmsville, which is near McKinney. So I just did a search for McKinney. So if you wanted to dominate in McKinney, and ultimately you can dominate wherever you want, and we can actually grow your business from Farmsville to McKinney to Dallas to Rock Cedar Point, and we can, the places are unlimited on where you want to rank for. So we try and focus on a small city and then grow outward once we dominate those certain cities. So this is a certain keyword I would have you rank for if you're looking for more clients. But ultimately, we have a total of 8 that we work with. We're the lead generation sites. That way we start on those certain keywords. But this is a live search. This is your Google My Business listing. So I know you had one. I know you had a couple photos on it. So keep doing that. That definitely helps you help your customers see what you do, but also to sees your work. So I would keep doing that. But this is where that citations help. So having 350 citations with your name, address, and phone number, that definitely boosts your Google My Business listing to these top 3 spots. Down here, these are your organic listings. So between your organic listing and your Google My Business listing, between these two, that's 80% of traffic going through your website and to your business. So what would 80% of traffic do for your business? I'm sure you would love 80% of traffic. So that's pretty huge when it comes to what we do. We want to make sure your Google My Business listings here. I know you had one, but we can work with that one, or we can create a new one that we can have this first spot and the second spot. I know we did it with another Window TInt business owner that we're working with currently. He has the first 3 spots within just a couple of weeks. But it took us a little while on this, about maybe a month or 2, just to get his site rolling up this top spot. But ultimately, I'll show you that a little bit later. Yeah, just between these two, that's 80%. So I'm going to jump right into your actual competition sites. So this site, I like these different kind of, I guess you'd call these different pages on the home page. I didn't like how they didn't have a phone number. That's the first thing I look for, is a phone number. How do I contact these people without having to scroll down and search for a phone number, search for an email, search for another page to contact them right down here? I mean, this is the very bottom. They should have that at the very top. The same thing too with here. These are not clickable. So how can I call these people without having to copy this or write it down and then go to my phone and then call them? That's a lot of people are lazy nowadays. They want just to click to call. So that's 10% and 15% of customers that they're losing just because they're not clickable. So I would actually have that at the very top. That way they can, that way as soon as you jump on the site, you see a phone number to call. So if I have any questions, I can jump to call. I like how they have their social media accounts. I know that's what we work with as well when it comes to our lead generation sites. That our clients are renting those sites from us, and we basically optimize those sites that are already getting clients, and basically point the clients to them. That way they get all the clients they want directly to them. Same thing too, we work with their social media accounts along with that. So if that's something you're interested in, we can talk to you a little bit more, answer some of your questions on that. But for right now, we just want to kind of help you out and ultimately steal these guys' customers and have them to you. So the second site, I love the picture. I don't know if they worked on this Lamborghini or not, but I'm a big fan of the Aventador Lamborghini. I did a quick search for Lamborghini just to have it as my new background. I actually found this picture on Google. So I don't think this is what they do, but I'm not calling them out. But if you do go on Google and get some photos, be careful, because Google can sue you and you be in a lot of trouble. Because I know a couple of clients that we work with, they did that in the past, and it's kind of a no-no for them. But ultimately, this is what I was talking about. This is a clickable phone number. Same thing. This is a clickable email address. So I love how that's right at the very top. That way, as soon as I come here, I can click on this, I can call it, and boom, I'm already dialing. I thought this was kind of funny, but at the same time, kind of disrespectful to the clients. I understand when it comes to Window TInt business owners that a lot of people ask for discounts. I know our client here in Tomball, that's one of his pet peeves. So what I tell him is you have to show the value up front. So it may be expensive, maybe $200 to $300 for ceramic window tint, but if you show them the value of why ceramic tint is better, like the heat, it blocks out the heat index and not just blocks out the light, but ultimately your interior vehicle is going to be a lot cooler. They're going to buy a $300, $400 value because they don't see the money aspect out of it, they see the value of it. So if you show that value up front, that's ultimately going to sell them. Even though it's $300, $400, they're going to say, okay, I want this window tint because it's going to be a lot cooler inside, especially here in Texas. We need all ceramic window tint. We don't need the basic dye window tint or the metallic window tint that blocks out the GPS signal, the phone signal. That's ultimately gonna hurt you long term. It's gonna hurt the clients long term because their cell phone's not gonna work, the GPS is not gonna work, so they're gonna be complaining. So you gotta have to kind of educate your customers. That way, ultimately, you can be the expert. That way, they're looking for. So, again, lack of content. This is what I was talking about too. I would actually have that Google listing, that way people can find you there. And then also to the social media they have here. But I mean, ultimately, it's not a bad site. But lack of content though, for sure. So Google sees this as an expert. Yeah, I don't know why they're ranking at the very top, but it's probably because of the few things that they have here. But again, this is like stealing candy from a baby. If you had at least 1,000 words minimum of content on your page, you could push out all three of these guys very easily within a couple of weeks. So this is a third site I found that you're competing with. Same thing, this is not clickable phone number, so they're losing that 10%, 15% of clients that come through them. They had some content. I like how they have their map here. I love how they have their social media. But again, just lack of content, lack of photos, lack of testimonials. There's a lot of things that I see wrong with your competition sites that you can ultimately add to your site and you can dominate. So this is a tool called Majestics, and what Majestic does is allows me to check under the hood of your competition and different websites. So we see 1 through 3 is going to be your competition. Number 4 is going to be your site, and number 5 is not actually your competition. It's actually one of our lead generation sites that one of our clients is renting from us over here in Tomball. So we see number 1, your competition has 594 backlinks, and out of those 594 backlinks, they're getting a score of 18 citation. And what that means is how many from 594 backlinks, they're getting an 18 juice score. And then from that 18, this is how much juice from those 18 they're getting is a 1 trust flow. So this is what I was talking about earlier. 594 backlinks to me, and these numbers show they're spamming. They're going out to different websites that are not related, and they're just commenting on blogs and trying to get these numbers higher. So we can see this is actually dinging them just with the numbers wise. Number 2, they have 65 backlinks. Their citation score is 8, and out of those 8, they're getting 0 trust. Same thing with your competition number 3. They're getting 47 backlinks, 6 score citation, and 0 trust. And we see with your site, you have 0 backlinks, 0 citation score, and 0 trust flow. I know if with our site, our lead generation site, if we were in your market in McKinney, we would have 85 backlinks. Out of those 85 backlinks, we have a score of 17 citation. And out of those 17, we have a score of 11 trust flow. So again, if we were in McKinney, if this site was pointed towards McKinney instead of Tomball, we would be dominating the first page with an ease. So we could definitely do this to you. I know we're already ranking this site in Tomball, so we can do that for you. We can get you on that first page. With all of our lead gen sites, we offer a call link number, and what the call link number does is allows us to track how many calls you're getting, also to record your recording. That way you can ultimately change your pitch and be the better salesperson. So with our Window TInt business, the client that we're working with, from July 25th through August 23rd, he received 45 brand new clients. So what would 45 clients do for you? This is our site. Again, you can see this is our keyword we wanted to rank for. So we have the first 4 spots. We have some YouTube videos that we're ranking. Also to our Google My Business listing. Again, this is our Window TInt business. We have the first spot here, and then the first 3 spots. What would you do if you had 80% increase in traffic? Last but not least, I want to leave you with this. If we sent you 40 new clients at $150 each client, that's $6 grand. So that's total profit, $6,000. So what's a client worth to you? I'm going to leave you with this. If you wait until all the lights are green to head in town, you'll be waiting at home forever. So if you like what you hear, let's book a phone call just to answer some of your questions, and that way maybe we can move forward and hopefully it lets you grow. Looking forward to hear from you.